Hi everybody. So I did some really tiny braids again. But this time I don't plan on taking them out. So I am starting my lock journey. I'm so excited. It's so funny. I literally thought about it on Tuesday, made a decision by Wednesday, and they were in by Thursday. Cause that's how I roll. And I didn't want them super tiny like sister locks, but I didn't want them really big like some traditional locks. So I was told by the square of the lock was pretty much how big your lock would be after it swells and actually locks. So the size that of my square box, I guess, is the size that I'm comfortable with. I feel like it's not too much and it won't be too much to retighten. But yeah, small enough where I can still do a lot of styles that I like to do and the way I like it to look. So I'm hoping for the best. I plan on interlocking my roots instead of palm rolling, and that's why I decided to do braids. I originally was going to do twist, but I figured the interlocking pattern is closer to the braid pattern. Now some people get real caught up in the braid pattern you can still see for a really long time. I don't really care. That to me is just not a big deal, so I don't see why people get caught up in that. I personally don't care. It could stay looking braided forever. It'll just look like I got micro braids in all the time. So, and I'm cool with that. Also, I tried to get my partings as neat as possible. So as far as like being able to part and having a clean line going across and having a clean line going down, almost wherever I part, I tried to do that. I don't know if I could, do another one. So for the most part, I'm very happy at how I parted it. I took my time. I thought it would take like a couple of days because I have a son, and because of working and just doing other stuff. I thought it was gonna take me like several days. I'd have been for a whole day, or it took a day, and I didn't start until around almost 4 o'clock, and I was done by 11 o'clock that night. But I also stopped to eat. I had to cook and eat. Stopped to put my son to sleep. Stopped to work. And then I stopped again to feed my son and play with him a little bit. And then I started. So I think overall it may have taken me maybe 5 or 6 hours. So not too bad for the size that I did. And so far, of course, I'm loving it because I don't have to do anything with it. So me deciding to lock was just like a light bulb that went off. I have all these ideas and things that I want to do with my hair, but I also don't feel like I have the time, and I'm not as motivated as I used to be. And I don't know if it's because I have a son, a little one, where I can't just get in the mirror and do my hair whenever I want to. It's always when he's napping or when he's eating or occupied with something. And by the time that happens, half the time I want to take a nap. So I don't end up doing my hair. So, and I know with a lock, you can still do lots of styles and it's still versatile and you can still do a lot of things with it. And even at this point now, before my hair gets too long and too thick, I can still wear my wigs and pieces and things that I was wearing before. So I'm not really concerned about that. I'm just happy to not be able to sit and shampoo and detangle and do all the other stuff where I don't have to do that anymore. So I'm looking forward to that. Being able to just get up and go and your hair's still done and it's still cute. So I'm really looking forward to that. I was gonna wait till January to do my locks, but because I said, well, I'm gonna straighten my hair one last time. I'm gonna have these other styles I want to do, and I just kept thinking about like, I don't even feel like doing it. I don't feel like straightening my hair. I don't even like it when it's straight. I don't feel like going through all the hoopla of the styles. So I just got so super excited, so pumped to get them in. And I'm so glad that I did it. So I'm looking forward to this journey. Never in my life would I ever thought I would get locks. Because I always looked at it as just too permanent or that's just not me. But I'm so excited about this new journey. And hey, maybe I'll rock this for 4, 5, 6 years and cut it off and just rock it short, because there's no way I'm combing this out. But even when I went natural, it was like a snap decision. I went to go get my hair colored. I had some new growth, and I was like, just cut it off. And I was committed. I couldn't go back. And I'm committed at this point, because there's no way in Hades am I unraveling these braids. So it's a done deal. Either I'm gonna lock or I'm shaving it off. And I ain't shaving it off, so locking it is. So other than that, I will of course keep you guys updated on this whole journey. Maybe a month-to-month video on showing the progress and how it is as far as locking. And a lot of people are like, oh, you got to be patient when it comes to locks because it takes forever to lock. I'm not really concerned on when it looks locked or when it's going to be locked. The braids are in. They're not coming out. My hair's not going to unravel. So it is what it is at this point. This is it. And I know it'll get to a stage of like it freezing or it I don't know. I hear it looks frizzy at points, or the teenage stage where it may not look as pretty. But you know, whatever I do, make it look good. So I'm gonna make it look good. And so some people have wondered why I decided to do braids. I didn't want to do comb coils, and I'll tell you why. I don't like that it looks short on me. And then after like 2 weeks, I knew I wouldn't have been committed. I would have been like, oh, take these things out of my head. This is looking a hot mess. I'm not doing it. So comb coils is not for me. And I didn't want to do palm rolling. And so I was going to do twists because I knew it would be easier just to put in. But then I started thinking that if I do twists, I might end up taking them out if I don't like the way they look, because I could just easily unravel it. And not knowing just how the different patterns would have looked by interlocking and then the twist. And then with the twist, I would have had more shrinkage. It would have puffed up more after washing it. And I don't know if I would have been as committed to that look. I think I would have stayed committed because I wouldn't have wanted to take it out. But it would have been more of a, I guess, an ugly phase. More of an ugly phase that I'm willing to go through. So started talking to my mom, and I decided braids might be better, because I've had braids in for a month and they still look great. So I know after being able to retighten my roots and make them look more fresh, I'm just gonna fall in love all over again. So I'm super excited about this journey. Hopefully, you know, people aren't gonna be negative about me getting locks, because some people are like, oh, what kind of style you gonna do? It's gonna look, you know, I'm gonna do what I do. So I just feel like I have came, saw, and conquered the loose natural, and now it's time for me to come and conquer the lock world. And that's what I plan on doing. So right now it looks, you know, kind of thin. You can see scalp, and I'm not really concerned about that, because I know as weeks go on, you know, it's gonna get fuller, and over time it'll get longer and it'll get fuller, and you won't see as much scalp as time goes on. So I have plenty of locks, I guess, or strands or whatever, to where I know it's just not gonna be see-through or see my scalp all the time. And because they're brand new, they're kind of stiff. Eventually, you know, they'll be more pliable, more movable, to where it'll just be more free, or I don't know the word. Movable is what I can come up with. But other than that, no complaints so far from me. It's only been a day, or not even a full 24 hours at this point. But yeah. So if you have any questions, hit me up down below, and I will reply as soon as I can. And I'll be taking some pictures. So of course the flash is gonna look even more see-through. So don't think that like my hair is thin or whatever. You are gonna see, you know, as months progress. But other than that, nice talking to y'all. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for pictures as always. Bye.